one more thing, probably.
At least, yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, probably one.
It's not anything huge, but it's more like the start of the discussion that I think is kind of funny. These things happen. By the time this comes out, it'll have already been out for like a week, as we do. But did you guys see like Capcom had this like week-long countdown for a game announcement?
No.
Capcom did?
Yeah, they put up like a website.
Was it Street Fighter 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people dogging on the logo, being like, yo, this app won't stop blowing up my phone. And it was a little symbol of the 6 with the red notification.
Street Fighter.
Yeah,
so they
I
just
didn't completely miss that whole thing.
I saw something Street Fighter.
People were pretty pissed about the logo redesign.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Street Fighter 6's logo looks like $80 clip art. This is from Kotaku. I'll take a screenshot.
So that's not what I want to talk about. If you guys want to shit on the logo, that's cool. But
okay.
What I think is funny is that they put it up like a 7-day countdown. Didn't say it was going to be Street Fighter. They just
Where,
Capcom online. They had like a website set up for it. This countdown timer thing for 7 days, and then 7 days later they release like a teaser with no gameplay, and it just shows like jacked as fuck Ryu, and like I don't know. It's so funny to me that games do this thing now where they're like, hey, we're announcing that 2 weeks from now we're going to announce the release date.
Well, yeah. What is that?
And for like we got a game, come check it out, and then they show it's like Street Fighter 6. It's like you could have just said it was coming out.
I do find that to be fucking annoying, and I will say the only time I feel like I found that to be acceptable, we've talked about actually on this podcast before, was the Outer Worlds trailer, where it was like, hey, we're making another game.
Yeah.
We don't know when it's coming. We're not going to show you anything.
Yep.
Like,
but
I
also,
thought that was very much making fun of the fact that is the industry now.
It's anticipating the anticipation.
I mean, it's tongue-in-cheek, and also it's not like Obsidian isn't working on other stuff too, so I mean, it was just nice that this new franchise they've announced. I mean, so many games are announced too early is one thing. I mean, when the Switch first was like shown off, they had this like pictogram of all of these third-party studios.
I remember that
were like promising to help because, you know, the Wii and Wii U. I mean, we had a bunch of like shovelware and some good games from third parties, and the Wii U was basically like scraps and obviously died. We all know that. But the Switch, they're like, oh, here's all these companies and here's some games, and they announced like
Skyrim
things.
Was on there. Bethesda was on there. I mean,
that did come out, but
they said Bethesda, and all that ever ended up was Skyrim, right? You know, that's whatever. Anyway.
Dude, I would love a Fallout 3, but
yeah. Anyway, continue.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 just came out on the Switch.
Yep.
Bayonetta 3 wasn't there, but it was shown at like the Game Awards the year the Switch had come out or something, and like still isn't out, and they finally showed off some gameplay like in the last year. But it's, you know, a lot of games do that type of thing where they show it off too early or they announce it because they want people to get hyped. But this week-long countdown to show nothing is so funny because I know there are Street Fighter fans. I'm not going to say like, who cares, right? Fighting games, Street Fighter's big. They'll always be big. People are still going to be playing 2, though. Like, I know 5 was popular-ish. I mean, it's cool, but it's just so funny to me that people think, I don't know, is it to get, they got a week of hype. Like, that's why I heard about it, is because I saw, like, Capcom has
That's
this.
stupid, dude.
Dude, I'm actually going to say something that I think you've said to me before, why they do it. A lot of these companies, if they're public, they have shareholders and they have board of directors and they have investors, and like they have to be like, guys, this is what we're working on.
But
I'm saying I have to assume.
No, you're not wrong. I just think it would have been just as fine if a week ago they said Street Fighter 6 is coming out.
Yeah, it would have been exactly the same.
But I think people were mad because they're like, dude, a week, and many people have been hoping it was like new, you know, any other Capcom franchise they were like hoping for. But
give me another Mega Man.
Yeah, eventually.
Zero.
I mean, they did make a Mega
Zero.
Man in the last couple
Mega Man
years.
Zero,
but,
though.
Yeah, well, his story's over, but
just give me a new one.
I it's such a waste of time. It's like, I think everybody just wants to be in the limelight, and so to make this big gesture, you have a lot of people's eyes. But yeah, dude, do that when you have a fucking full gameplay trailer. Like, don't bullshit us with a fucking logo that honestly looks like a sorority tote bag, like monogram. Like, it looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I care.
I
But
get what they were going for, but they
Yeah.
minimalized it so much that it looks like shit. It actually looks really bad. And I know they probably paid like
yeah,
$5 million for that fucking logo.
I did hear there was some like, I don't know, some kind of event that was supposed to be happening that ended up getting canceled that it was going to align with, but I don't feel like that's a good enough excuse for me to have like a week-long countdown for a teaser
it's too
trailer that
much.
doesn't show anything.
It's too much.
I don't know. It's just hilarious to me because I was kind of getting excited. I'd heard rumors of like Resident Evil 4 finally getting a real remake, and I was like, maybe that's what it'll be. And anything else, it wasn't going to be Mega Man, but it could have been tight.
Did Capcom do what's the fucking fighting game from the GameCube with Link in it?
That is Soul
Calibur?
Calibur, and that
Did
is
they do
not,
Soul Calibur?
I thought it was Namco.
Yeah, it's Namco.
Are you sure?
I could be wrong.
I mean, obviously I can.
Soul Calibur 2.
I'm probably fucking wrong.
It's Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, I just wish they'd come out with a really, actually good Gundam fighting
Sure
game.
about that?
But
I mean, there's one on Game Boy Advance I had that was pretty
yeah,
fun. The
that
Gundam
game's
Seed.
the only good one.
I don't know.
Have that ROM on the GP.
The Gundam, you should check it out. Actually,
the SD Gundam one was pretty fun.
I was gonna say the Gundam like build fighters. You like get Gunpla parts. It's all about like kits and battling other people's kits, and you can make your own.
That's pretty cool.
And they have cool like shaders you can put on for the whole skin.
Like I said, if I'm not over this in a month, then we'll talk.